Sean James here from myself Reliance, and I am out on a 2-day November solo canoe camping trip in the rain. I'm going to sleep outside as if I got lost on a hunting trip with my canoe. I have just a some minimal gear that I can carry in a day pack that I would normally carry in a day pack when I'm out hunting for small game. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Okay, let's go over the contents of the bag real quick while we still have good light. Got the sun on me. I hope that's not too bright, but the clouds are starting to roll in, so we're going to get that rain tonight for sure. So in the back here I've got some rain pants. With that rain coming in, I definitely want to keep these dry. I'm wearing my Fjallraven Kebs, I guess they are, and they are not wax right now. I've been wearing them all summer and I don't like the wax on them because my legs sweat like a bastard. So I've got these not waterproofed, and even if I did, they're still not 100% waterproof, so I'd still want some rain pants with this kind of weather that's coming in. So I've got Kokatat Hydrus 3L. These are actually dry pants for kayaking, for water sports, and they have the feet in them. You'll see me wearing these in almost all my canoe trips. So rather than just wear regular rain pants, which I would if I was just out for a walk in the woods, when I'm in the canoe, I want to wear these in case I dump. Wear them tight around my waist to keep the water from getting into them. And typically I'd wear a dry top as well underneath my hunting stuff. But it was so warm, I didn't want to wear that full outfit on this trip. But if I'm going to bring rain gear, I might as well have good stuff with feet in them that are going to keep me dry and warm if I do spill in the canoe. So that's in the back. Inside I've got my day pack, which you see quite often, and it's not just for wearing as a day pack, it's also, of course, keeps all my camp gear neat and organized. So I've got my I've got lighters all over the place, of course, got some water treatment stuff, but this is my personal hygiene kit in the top here, easily accessible. Got a thermometer on there. Inside I've got my cup. So this is what I'm going to be doing all my cooking in this weekend, or these 2 or 3 days that I'm going to be out here. I have paracord everywhere. I have snare wire that I always have with me, and the hares right now, the varying hares, I'm not in an area that I can legally hunt them. I have to be north of the French River in Ontario to trap them with a hunting license. Down here I can shoot them, but I cannot trap them legally. Emergency situation, of course I would. And right now, because the snow is not down, but the weather got cold, varying hares are turning white apparently. Heard that a couple of days ago or yesterday. So they're really standing out, but I'm not hunting a swamp, although I might go for a swamp walk tomorrow, see what I can find. So, cup, spoon. That's my complete cooking and eating utensil kit for a day trip. Remember, I just packed this for a day trip as if I was going to hunting. So if I'm going to stop for lunch, I'll just boil water right in that cup, have some oatmeal or some spruce tea or pine tea or something. So that's all I brought for cooking. Always have a headlamp. Should always have a headlamp, some kind of lighting, emergency lighting. That's regardless if you're just going out for the morning. If you're stuck out there and you need to get back at night, it gets dark on you or you get hurt, nice to have that light. So always carry that. Got my huge honkin' fire steel. That goes with me almost everywhere. I've got another one on my belt. More paracord. Got a few of these Esbit fuel tabs. They're can actually boil a cup of water just with one of these tabs. So these are handy for getting fire started when it's really wet out. If you're getting cold and hypothermic and you're losing your coordination, it's nice to have a really good fire starter that if you light, it's going to stay lit. Even to get your hands warm. Sometimes you get so cold and hypothermic that you can't handle a knife properly, do a feather stick, or to break up some twigs and use a lighter. So it's nice to have a strong fuel source. I also have my Spot Gen 3. Haven't been activating it quite as often, but I will send my wife an OK signal tonight, and I'll do that again in the morning. Especially because she knows I don't have proper gear out here tonight and it's going to get pretty cold and wet, which could cause hypothermia. So that's it, my day pack. Shove that back in there. Got gloves, 2 or 3 or 4 pair of gloves scattered around my gear. Always do that at this time of year. Your hands get cold and things don't dry out very well, very quickly. These are really liking these actually. I bought them for kayaking a couple years ago, or paddling by canoe maybe, in the spring, yeah, for fishing in the spring. And neoprene on the back, leather grip on the palm. So they're actually quite a bit warmer than even a wool glove when a wool glove gets cold, or when a wool glove gets wet. So I really actually like these for everything, not just paddling. I like it for walking around in the woods or hunting. You got full use of your hands, your fingers, and you know, wet on the vegetation and stuff from dew in the morning. Actually, it's nice to have those. More paracord. More fire starter. It's waterproof. These hurricane matches or something. Yeah, they're hurricane matches with some cotton. Got that at Canadian Outdoor Equipment. Put that in my day pack. I'm going to start carrying this, I think, a lot more when I'm on just short trips. It's that Survive Outside Longer, the SOL bivvy, that emergency bivvy that I use. I may as well carry that. It's pretty small and light, and if it gets cold tonight or I get wet, I might jump in that. I'm going to try not to use it because I don't want to always count on. I want to find out if I can do without this thing, but I think it's small and light enough that I probably will keep it as a standard item in my day pack. Always do something a little bit different with cutting implements, so I was going to bring actually a bigger camp axe, but I thought, you know, there's so much wood in Ontario in this area, so much dead pine and oak that probably didn't need anything significant. Plus it's not all that cold, so not going to need a roaring fire, not going to need great big logs, but I brought that anyway for splitting and for cutting boughs for my bed, so that is going to come in handy. So cutting implements I like to have, ideally if I could have everything I wanted, I would have a bow saw or buck saw, an axe of some sort, you know, ideally a little bit bigger one than that, more like that forest axe, small forest axe from Grants Forest Brucks. This is a Haltefors Classic. It's a very small one. It's more for carving and detail work. Then I have my Sven, forget the size, I'll put the dimensions in the comments below as well. That's my Sven buck saw. Goes together pretty good. It's a good saw. I'm hoping to pick up one of those Agawam Canyon Boreal 21s, so I think that's the ideal saw for me. But that's the one I'm using on this trip. If I don't carry this, if I actually have an even smaller bag, or if I'm running out of room, I'll put I'll leave this at home and I'll use a Silky Pocket Boy. It's a lot smaller and I can put it right on my belt. It's a ground sheet. It's one I've used in the past for winter camping. Actually, I like to use it for winter camping on the ground. I don't care if I ruin it. It's just I guess it's a ground sheet from somebody's tent that I found on a portage in Algonquin Park. So I've got it and I threw it in. Might use it. Here is my ditch kit. I'm going to wear a lot of this probably at night. So instead of a sleeping bag, really what I have is extra clothing. So I love multi-use things. If I have a limited space in this bag. If I have to choose between a sleeping bag and extra clothing, I'm going to pick extra clothing, because if I get cold during the day, I can wear this. I'm not going to wear a sleeping bag during the day. And even if I'm sitting around camp getting cold, of course I can put this stuff on. I cannot put a sleeping bag on and work around camp. So basically, quick rundown though, I have a Eddie Bauer down jacket. It's really warm. It's like 800 fill, and you know, I wear it all winter. I have a down hat that's similar to that. I have a pair of wool long underwear bottoms, wool long underwear top, and a wool buff, merino wool buff. So it goes around the neck, keeps you warm, and then I can pull it up and actually use it as a hat as well. So that is, oh, and a big pair of icebreaker wool socks in here as well. So that would be what I'll wear tonight, I think. Then on the bottom of the kit I have this first aid kit. Trent Presler from Presler Woodworks. You should check out his social media accounts, pretty cool. Came up and spent a couple days with me in Algonquin Park and gave me that great paddle and this first aid kit. So I'll go over this first aid kit in another video. Gloves and my water bottle. So that's it. That's my entire kit. I didn't bring a filter this time of year. There's too much danger of that Sawyer Mini freezing on me, so I didn't bring it. Instead, I just brought some water treatment tablets. So one tablet goes into this 1 liter of water, and it can boil in my cup as well. That's my emergency water. Really is boiling water in the cup. So that's it. That's the entire pack. So you'll see there's no sleeping bag, there's no sleeping pad. I've got the tarp for a shelter. I've got a little bit of food, not much for cooking implements, and that's it. So let's see what I can do to get a bed made here, and I'll be wearing those probably tonight, keep me dry, along with this raincoat. This is a Gore-Tex fishing guide jacket. I think I got this one at Bass Pro Shops actually. Cabela's has one similar, and really good rain jackets. I bought this back when I had the boat. Get out on Georgian Bay, you really want this really heavy duty Gore-Tex double thickness rain jacket, great hood, just fantastic. I mean, it's storm proof, it's bomb proof rain gear. I have the full bib as well, but I wanted to be practical. I would never wear that bib walking around the woods hunting. It's just way too bulky and hot and not packable. If I was going to take it off, it's just not going to pack in my bag. So that's a reasonable size. I actually would bring that, or I'll wear a pair of thin Gore-Tex camouflage hunting pants. So let me put this stuff away and let's get this camp built before the rain comes in.